Good morning, Father. I was keeping a pot of tea ready for you, Father.
Fine.
Were there many for confession, Father?
Oh, yes. A little more dust on the pews. A little more dust on people's souls.
Can I get you anything else, Father?
No, thanks. I think I'll just sit here for a bit and look over the speech I'm going to make at the Father and Son's banquet at the high school next Thursday. Listen, Mrs. Featherston. The Father is the natural hero to the Son. And in the Son, the Father sees the fulfillment of all his hopes and dreams.
Why, Father, that's one of the finest things you've ever said.
Yes. Father O'Malley wrote it for me.
Oh, well, it's pretty good.
Well, the young man seems to have the knack of putting down on paper the very thoughts that have been going through my head. Did Father O'Malley say what time he'd be back?
No, he didn't say.
Well, can't be too long anyway. Sure it's no distance at all from here to Mrs. Cahalan's place in Gramercy Park. I wonder what it is the dear woman wants to give the church.
I never knew Mrs. Cahalan depart with anything of any consequence.
Ah, but if that was so, why shouldn't she ask Father O'Malley to comfort it with a big car? She was most particular about the size of the car. That's why Father O'Malley borrowed the station wagon from young Colwell.
When I was a young girl in Ireland, priests didn't run around in station wagons with Protestants for chauffeurs.
Times change. When you were a young girl in Ireland, Mrs. Featherston, half the saints in the litany were in short pants. And young Colwell's a fine lad. Doing a grand job over there at the community centre with the youngsters.
He's still a Protestant.
Ah, Mrs. Featherston, after 15 years here at Old St. Dominic's, a person would have thought you'd have picked up a little of my liberal thinking. I wonder what it could be now. Grand piano, do you think? New sofa for the study? Maybe one of those new color television sets. Oh, well, that's nothing like a good surprise. Don't you agree, Mrs. Featherston?
I don't like surprises. When I get something, I like to know what I'm getting. Father, if I'd ever seen my late husband in a bathing suit before we were married.
Then here, come along, Mrs. Featherston.
Think he'll be shocked when he sees the gift. No, he's been a priest for 35 years. After all those confessions, it'd be like trying to shot a lightning rod.
Well, this could do it. Good heavens, the dog.
Come on. Come on.
He's as big as a polo pony.
Father, meet Michael Shaw of Limerick.
Oh, he's only a pup, Father.
Send him right back to that terrible woman, Father.
Deliver me from Irish generosity.
Like a lamb.
Loin of pork.
On the pork, Well, the dog kind of surprised you, huh?
Very little can surprise me these days, Father. The terrible thing Mrs. Cahalan did to us.
Well, when I saw the dog, my mind said no, but her building fund pledge said yes.
Little reason for her to use the church as a junkyard.
Oh, I'm sure she didn't look at it that way.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no matter. The city is no place for a dog, especially a dog as big as a horse.
Well, I'm sure we can get him to someone. Although I got a feeling that Irish setters aren't exactly a fast-moving item in this part of town.
You better get rid of the beast before himself gets attached to it. He has a weakness for animals.
Well, so did St. Francis. Oh, but he's a fine dog. He's got a pedigree as long as a well-digger's
His
arm.
ancestors are no concern of mine. I'll not have a dog messing up my hoof.